Be kind.
Hi, welcome to Saturday night. Last year was the year that Speak Music initiated the Be Kind Festival in the middle of the year's biggest snowstorm, and we had 3 days and nights of glorious music. This year the weather's perfect, we're indoors, it's virtual. What could go wrong? Nothing so far. Hi, I'm Paul Corby from Corby's Orbit. That's my radio show, but that's not the point. We're going to have an entire night of great Canadian music, so welcome to Speak Music's Be Kind Festival. Well, we're going to start tonight's show with a performance by Qahwa. They're a real wow band. They're incorporating music and cultures from Egypt, Iran, Greece, and Scarborough. This will be an archive performance from last year's Speak Music Be Kind Festival. Qahwa means coffee house in Arabic, a place where people go to share music, poetry, and dance, which is exactly what they'll be doing for you. Qahwa is a Canadian-based international conglomerate of music that will be trance-inducing, dance-inducing, and sweep you up with an overpowering musical vibe. The virtuosic performers will be Maryem Tollar on vocals, riqq and qanun, Ernie Tollar on woodwinds, Naghmeh Fahrahmand on percussion, and Demetri Petsalakis on oud. Take it away, Qahwa!
Hi everybody at the Be Kind Festival. I'm Maryem Tollar, and this is one of the many projects I work with called Qahwa. We have Ernie Tollar. Wave, Ernie. Naghmeh Fahrahmand
nice people.
and Demetri Petsalakis. And we're really so happy. Thank you, Beverly Kreller, for inviting Qahwa to be part of the second annual Speak Music Be Kind Festival. We're so happy to participate in it, and we're also so happy that the festival is supporting Black Lives Matter Canada this year, which is a very important organization and doing really good work. So we're just so happy to be part of that. We are very lucky we got to perform at the very first Be Kind Festival last year on a very snowy, crazy, wintry night in Toronto at the Transac. And so we're excited to be here for the second edition of this festival. And the set of music that everybody's seeing of our band is a set that we filmed at the Transac at the Southern Cross. And it was right before we recorded our CD that just came out in November called African Roots. And we are having a huge CD release party for that on April 9th, which is my birthday, at Kerner Hall. We're going to do a live stream. And if we're lucky, 50 lucky people will get to be in the audience too. So look for that. And we really hope you enjoy this music. I just wanted to introduce the band, and everybody's going to say a little bit about themselves and what they're doing in this second lockdown here in Toronto. So why don't we start with Demetri?
Hello everyone, I'm Demetri. I play oud and tambura with Maryem. And I hope you enjoy the set. And hopefully we get to play for you live. In person.
Thanks, Demetri. Naghmeh, you want to say a little bit about what you're doing?
Okay. Hello, my name is Naghmeh Fahrahmand, and I'm the percussionist of the band. And it's been a rough time for everybody, but I'm trying to keep up, like teaching online and also doing some online stuff, like working on my website. And I'm happy that we can still have concerts and performances online. So, and can't wait to get back to the normal life. Hope to see you all at Kerner Hall.
Ernie, you want to introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Ernie, and Ernie Tollar, and I play winds in this group, Nye flute and maybe some sax, and playing for 50 people in Kerner Hall. That would be something. I wonder what the scattered applause would sound like. Yeah, the Southern Cross gig was fun. The Be Kind Festival, that's the one we're airing here. That was a fun gig. It was interesting. The different bands slotted at different parts in the different venues. Kind of was a little bit like what you're used to at the folk festivals where you can migrate stage to stage and different things come up. Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody. And we hope you're all doing really well in COVID. And if you're not, we send you our love and our prayers and our well wishes. And we hope we're all going to get through this soon and we'll be able to be together again. The days are getting longer. The weather is going to start getting warmer and we can make it through this kind of tough time.
Yeah, hang in there.
Yeah, with this beautiful festival and enjoy the music. And we hope to see you in person soon.
The spirits.
Shall we say bye to everybody, guys? Bye, everybody.
The spirits.
So we are Al Qahwa. We released our second CD this summer called Cairo Moon, and it was nominated for a Canadian Folk Music Award, so we're really excited about that. And we're going to do some songs from that and some new songs that we're working on. This first one is from that CD, Cairo Moon, and it's called The Dream. And it's an original song. I wrote the music to it. My uncle Ihab Lutaif wrote a poem about being an immigrant, where you have this dream of this amazing country you're going to go to and all these ideas of what it's going to be like and how everything's going to be perfect. And then you get there and you're not quite as accepted as you thought you would be. Things aren't quite as great as you thought they would be. You have to go through a lot of hardship and stress, and you don't really feel like you belong. And then when you go back to where you came from, you also don't really feel like you belong there either, because you've changed. And so you're in a bit of a limbo. So this is called The Dream, which is Il-Hilm. You ready?
الحلم هو لسه متعلق والصورة بصلنا وكشفانا طريقنا خدنا وغربنا في بلاد الأفنى عبنانا وادينا نمنا ونيمنا كل أمانينا ويانا في ملايين ما بتطلع فيها شمسنا ولا نجمة في سمانا بناديك يا حلوة وحشتيني مستني وانتي مخصمانة وبعدتي عني وسافرنا لكن البعد ما نسانا في الضلمة طريقنا توهنا الضلمة كبرت جوانا أوهامنا سبقت أيامنا بسواد الليل الغوانا الحزن بحوره تغرقنا الحيرة عواصف عميانا الأرض بترجف تحتينا وحبال الحلم شنقانا الحزن بحوره تغرقنا الحيرة عواصف عميانا الأرض بترجف تحتينا وحبال الحلم شنقانا لو نرجع هتكون رجعتنا لبلاد من الأول رفضانا وبعد ما طالت غربتنا نتوهم منها عايزانا الرحلة دي أكتر من ذكرى أرواحنا للخوف بعناها أفكارنا ضريبة دفعناها الحب رغبة كبتناها واللمسة كلمة كتمناها أرواحنا للخوف بعناها أفكارنا ضريبة دفعناها الحب رغبة كبتناها واللمسة كلمة كتمناها السما ما كانش بيسمع شايف عينه مخصمانة مديلي إيدك وحشاني ليه دايما خايفة وقلقانة لو تسمحي أعزف غنوتنا لو تسمعي أحلف بهوانا راح تسمعي أحلف بهوانا لو تسمحي أعزف غنوتنا لو تسمعي أحلف بهوانا مديلي إيدك وحشاني لدايما خايفة وقلقانة لو تسمحي أعزف غنوتنا لو تسمعي أحلف بهوانا مديلي إيدك وحشاني لدايما خايفة وقلقانة الحزن بحوره تغرقنا الحيرة عواصف عميانة الأرض بترجف تحتينا وحبال الحلم شقانا الحزن بحوره تغرقنا الحيرة عواصف عميانة الأرض بترجف تحتينا وحبال الحلم شقانا وحبال الحلم شقانا وحبال الحلم شقانا.
Thank you. So that song featured Ernie Tollar on the ney. And now we're going to do another song that's original, that's on our Cairo Moon CD. This one is written by Ernie. He took a William Blake poem called The Lamb, and he set it to music for our instrumentation.
Little lamb who made thee, dost thou know? Little lamb who made thee, dost thou know? Little lamb, little lamb, little lamb.
Thank you. We're going to do another original song that is not on the CD. It's a song that came from another poem by an Egyptian poet named Tariq Ghalib, and it's called The Rain, which is il-matar in Arabic. And it kind of describes a pretty typical rain day in Toronto, where you have a totally beautiful sunny day. You're not expecting anything, but in the distance you see these dark clouds, and then before you know it, they've come towards you, and you just get totally drenched, and everything goes crazy. And then, just as fast as it came, it leaves, and it's beautiful and sunny again. So this is il-matar. Okay. I'll also mention, actually, this song, I composed it many, many years ago with two Toronto friends. One is Debashish Sinha, and the other one's name is Colin Couch. He now lives in Guelph. So, are you ready? No. No? Okay, do you got a joke? Are you ready?
Okay. I guess.
في يوم ربيع زاهي نزل المطر فجأة، الجو كان باهي والزرع مخضرة، الشمس في الصباح طوبها حرير في حرير، سماها كانت زرقاء ونورها سنابل قمح، نزل المطر فجأة، نزل المطر فجأة، نزل المطر فجأة، نزل المطر فجأة. النسمة بتلاعب الياسمين والفل،
Naghmeh Fahrahmand.
زي ما جه فجأة زي ما راح فجأة بعد ما عاد وغاب ساب المكان فوضى قمنا غرسنا الزرع اللي نال تاني والشمس ضوءها جميل عاد في السما يلالي نزل المطر فجأة 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 نزل المطر
Thank you. Can I just move this little? Oh, this, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know, is an Arabic table harp. This one I got from Syria shortly after I went to study Sufi devotional love songs in Aleppo in 1996. And I fell in love with this instrument, and I didn't get it while I was there. But then when I came back, I just was obsessed with it and kept thinking about it. And I finally just had to call my teachers and say, please, I need to get one of these. It's called a qanun. So like a canoe with an N at the end. And so they had a gig in Egypt where my mom was at the time. So they brought it to Egypt, and then she found a way to get it to me in Toronto. So this is my beautiful baby from there.
Yeah, they sent it regular mail too. I
No,
remember.
that was my drums. We sent my drums regular mail. Syria had the best postal system
Yeah, I
I've
had a
ever
really
seen
good
in my life.
story,
It got
but
back
that
to
was the
Canada
drums,
before me.
so.
Yeah. So I'm just going to put this up. So you may have noticed I like to take poems and set them to music, and this next song is no exception. Actually, I'm looking at another beautiful composer right here, Aaron Davis, who I work with as well, who does the same except with his father's poetry, which is so beautiful. So this next poem is again by my uncle Ihab Lotayef. He's an activist. He goes around the world to places that are in conflict and to bear witness to things that are happening, and writes poetry about it. He probably can't go back to Egypt because he'd probably be arrested because of all the poems he's written about what's going on there. But this, he was inspired to write this after a Coptic church in Egypt was attacked, and there was a massacre that happened there. And this poem is called Blood. And when I read it, it really spoke to me. It's in Arabic, so you may not understand, but it talks about a lot of things that are happening around the world. Like it says, we walk on broken sidewalks, we drink poisoned water, and then we act like everything is okay in front of the cameras, or the governments act like everything is fine. And there's no problem. And so it made me think of a lot of things happening, like Flint, Michigan, and all the pipelines and everything else that's happening in the world. So this is called Iddem, which means blood. Do you want to do a solo on your deck before we go? I can't do a gig without Naghmeh without letting you see her beautiful gift. So I'm going to get her to do a little drum solo on her Persian deaf.
نمشي في شارع مكسر نشرب مية بطنها ناكل في عيش مسرطن لكن نحلف بخيرها نمشي في شارع مكسر نشرب مية بطنها ناكل في عيش مسرطن لكن نحلف بخيرها لكن نحلف بخيرها لكن نحلف بخيرها قدام المخبرين قدام المخبرين وعشان ما الدنيا تنسى عاملين لنا احتفال بمناسبة ان بكرة هيبقى حالنا عال وعشان ما الدنيا تنسى عاملين لنا احتفال بمناسبة ان بكرة هيبقى حالنا عال يطلع قضية طبل والوقرة في القرآن صمار العلم الشيخ وأسيس الربابة ومجلس هجز قاعد يخدم عالديابة بتبيع عزيز وغالي كله برخص التراب وتسكن في العيال وتقتل في الشباب بتبيع عزيز وغالي كله برخص التراب وتسكن في العيال وتقتل في الشباب دم الغلابة دين دم الغلابة دين في رقبة اللي حلفوا إن البلد أمان جاية الساعة حساب جاية الساعة حساب جاية الساعة حساب
Thank you. So, some of you who are friends with me on Facebook may have heard this is going to be my belly dancing debut. We're going to do an original song by Demetri that he wrote, he said with me in mind. It's called Cairo, and I was born in Cairo. In fact, 3 out of 4 of us are immigrants. Can you tell which 3? I don't know. Can you? It's not my husband. Ernie was born in North York. But I was born in Cairo. Oh, yeah?
I think that's whistling that mic.
Oh, this you can turn off now. The qanun mic. Oh, okay.
Oh, and something. Oh, it's me whistling. Okay, I don't know.
So, Naghmeh was born in Iran. Demetri was born in Greece. I was born in Egypt. And we all came together in
North
Toronto.
York.
North York. It's pretty good there.
Shout
they make
out.
some nice
Shout
people in
out,
North
yeah.
York.
Humber River.
I fell in love with him at first sight because of his little baby sax, which I don't know if it's here.
Yeah, it's over there.
Oh, there it is. So this song is called Cairo, and when Demetri wrote it, it was an instrumental for a trio that Demetri, Ernie, and this amazing tabla player named Ravi Naimpali have called Near East Trio. And then he did tell me, I did think maybe you might write some lyrics to it. And so I wrote, because we used to visit Egypt, I came to Canada when I was 1, and we would go to Egypt every 2 years. I just wrote a kind of going down memory lane song of when I used to go and visit Egypt. So it's partly in Arabic, partly in English. When you hear Al-Qahira, that's Cairo.
في القاهرة there were cats everywhere في القاهرة I would
Thank you. 5 more minutes. Okay, we have one more song. Yeah, we're going to finish with a folk song from Egypt, but I always have to be political. This is a political one that was written by a composer who died a while ago. It was when Egypt was occupied by England, and this is a song that just talks about the beautiful country rural life as a disguise for the message for the workers to get up when the roosters crow, get your tools, and get your country back. And I think that applies to Ontario now. So anyway. No. See, Hijaz. They play this with another amazing singer, who you may have heard of, Ahmed Moneka, in a different key, and they're trying to kill me. But they have to do it in my key. C. Okay, yalla. Let's play it.
الحلوة دي قامت تعجن في البدرية وديك بيدن كوكو في الفجرية يلا بينا على باب الله يا صنايعية يجعل صباحك صباح الخير يا صعبتية طلع النهار فتح يا عليم والجيب ما فيهش ولا مليم طلع النهار فتح يا عليم والجيب ما فيهش ولا مليم مين في اليومين دول شاف طلتين زي الصنايعية المظاليم الصبر أمره طال وش بعد وافي الحال الصبر أمره طال وش بعد وافي الحال يلي معاك المال برضو الفقير له رب كريم الحلوة دي قامت تعجن في البدرية وديك يفتن كوكو كوكو في الفجرية يلا بينا على باب الله يا صنايعية يجعل صباحك صباح الخير يا ساعتية ما تشد حيلك يا ابو صلاح اضربها صار ما تعيش مرتاح ما تشد حيلك يا ابو صلاح اضربها صار ما تعيش مرتاح خلي توكلك عالفتاح ما يلا بينا الوقت اهو راح الشمس طلعت اجري لرزقك خليها على الشمس طلعت اجري لرزقك خليها على وهات دومك والعدة ويلا الحلوة دي قامت تعجن بالبدرية وديك يفتن كوكو كوكو في الفجرية يلا على باب الله يا صنايعية يجعل صباحك صباح الخير يا ساعتية يا ساعتية يا ساعتية يا ساعتية أيوة.
Thank you very much. Naghmeh Fahrahmand, Demetri Petsalakis, Ernie Tollar, and Maryem Tollar. Thank you so much to Anna on sound. And I don't know your name. And Lori, thank you so much. And see you around the festival.
be kind.